This is a quick video about unit cost. You should write down this whole page. It's very short. Unit cost is the price per unit of one item. Cost, or the dollar amount, will always be in the numerator. That's what the wonderful thing about unit cost, okay? So cost is always going to be in the numerator. You use unit cost when comparing gas prices. So when it says that it costs $3.50 per gallon, that's an example of a unit cost, meaning for every gallon it costs $3.50. Also, when you're comparing gas mileage of cars, you'll say, okay, well, this car, I'll give you an example of my car. My car travels 20 miles to the gallon. That's when it's on the highway. It's not a very efficient car. So for every 20 miles that I travel, I use 1 gallon. Okay, whereas now hybrid cars can travel, upwards of 50 miles on 1 gallon of gas. Okay, so that's another example of a unit cost. Okay, you also use unit cost at the grocery store. Okay, in order to be a better shopper, you use unit cost. If you look around when buying food the next time you're at the grocery store, take note of the price per ounce or the price per liter. Okay, because they give that to you at the grocery store for a reason. So the reason why they would do that is they'd say, okay, well, perhaps Kroger wants you to buy their products rather than the name brand product. Okay, they're going to put the Kroger brand right next to, the name brand, and they'll say the Kroger brand has a better price per unit than the other. That way, you're getting more for your money. Okay. So here's an example of what you're going to see. If you see that 9.3 cents per ounce, okay, versus the 14.2 cents per ounce. Notice this is a little bit smaller, right? So more than likely packaging is more expensive, okay? And over here you're comparing this cheddar versus this one. This one's already pre-shredded for you, which is why it's more expensive. But you wouldn't really know it unless you were to compare the unit price, because they have different amounts in them, okay? So this one has 16 ounces versus 8 ounces. So you can't really compare unless you're comparing them to the same measurement. In this case, they do it per ounce for both of them. That way, you're basically weighing your options with the same amount of cheese. Okay, so let's talk about an example of unit cost. Okay, suppose you wanted to buy a t-shirt and you wanted to get them in packs. Okay, so we've all, maybe you have, I'm not sure if you have, but I've bought some just basic white t-shirts by either Hanes or Fruit of the Loom. Okay, so I found this on Amazon today. So suppose you were, jumping back and forth between buying Hanes or Fruit of the Loom. I think they're both tagless. They both have great things for them. They're slightly different shirts, although they are essentially the same thing. Well, the Hanes comes in a pack of 3, and the Fruit of the Loom comes in a pack of 5. They're different costs, and obviously the 5-pack is more expensive than the 3-pack. Well, let's talk about unit price. It's the price per one shirt. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to blow this one up. Full screen. Okay, so it says that it's $13.81 for a pack of 3. I'm going to find the unit price for Hanes first. So it's $13.81. Remember, dollar amounts in the numerator for a pack of 3 shirts. Okay, versus $15.62 for a pack of 5 shirts. Okay, I'm going to use my calculator for this because these numbers are not very nice. So let's exit out of here. I'll give you nice numbers on quizzes and tests, don't worry. But I wanted to give you a real life example. So for Hanes, we have $13.81, and we're going to find per one shirt, so we just convert it to a decimal. Okay, divided by 3, we get around $4.60. So this one is around $4.60 per shirt. Okay, now let's figure out how much it costs for Fruit of the Loom. $15.62 for 5 shirts. Oops, I made a mistake. $15.62 for 5 shirts. $3.12. Per shirt. Well, if I'm looking for the better value, if I'm looking for the example that has, or you get more for your money, I'm going to probably buy the Fruit of the Loom. Even though initially Fruit of the Loom was more expensive, if you're comparing per shirt, Fruit of the Loom is actually the better buy. Okay, so I hope you learned a little bit about what unit cost is, okay? For the rest of your work, you're going to go back to that PDF that I had up here, and you're going to find the unit cost, okay? So make sure you're going to do these per ounce, okay? You could do it per gram if you wanted to. It's just really dependent on what you want. But you're going to find the unit price, and then here you're going to find the unit price as well. Notice it's already set up for you, okay? And that concludes this video. Thank you for watching.